me scoot over a little bit. What's going on, y'all? So I have a question. Now, this is probably, especially in this day and age, kind of cliche. But I want to ask you if you love yourself. Do you really love yourself? Now, I'm going to give you this scenario, and I want you to use this to actually honestly determine whether you do or not. Now, and of course, I will say too, I'm not talking about some sort of just totally self-absorbed, selfish way of loving yourself. But, I'm talking about, like, do you actually care for you? So, in recent days, my family and I have been going up the road a good bit, to kind of see after a family member, check on a family member and whatnot. And that means, that we're taking the car up and down the road quite a bit more. Usually like an hour going and an hour coming back, or somewhere around there. Now, so, that's requiring gas, that's putting more wear on the car, whichever car we use. As a matter of fact, I had to get an oil change. My car came due for an oil change within the past couple of weeks, so I did go and get the oil changed. Now, say that I didn't do that. Say that all I did was just drive my car, especially with the increased driving, drive my car, and I didn't get my oil changed. I didn't get the other fluids and stuff looked at. I didn't get my air filters changed. Didn't keep an eye on my tires. All that kind of stuff. What could happen? What could happen if I didn't maintain my car? So if I ignored my oil change, then eventually, of course, my oil would get old and just not very good quality anymore. The oil level would get low. I could risk locking up my engine, which would be a catastrophic event as far as my car is concerned. That pretty much would mean, especially with the age and mileage of my car, that it could possibly be considered total at that point. Like, in other words, that I just need to get a new car. And I haven't had a car payment in many years, and so I'm not trying to do that. But that would be catastrophic. What if I ignored my tires? If I ignored my tires, I got bald tires. One, I'm running the risk of, I'm making driving more dangerous. Driving around with bald tires, make you more susceptible to, traffic accidents and things like that because of not being able to control your car as well. And it also, can cause maybe more of a risk of like a blowout, those kind of things. Catastrophic. And then there are various other things that can happen with a car that's being run to and fro, left and right, up and down, so to speak, without being, I'm trying to get this, stretch this out, but without being maintained. So everything would be catastrophic, but a lot of things could be actually catastrophic. But isn't that the way that a lot of us are doing with our bodies? A lot of us are just getting up and winging it every day. We get up after not getting enough sleep. We get ultra sugary coffee. I'm not mad at coffee. I drink coffee. But, what I'm talking about is like that ultra sugary coffee. Then we would use that to help us swallow down pastries and croissants and all this kind of stuff. Sausage biscuits and all these kind of things. And then we're sitting down all day long. We're not drinking any water. We're running to and fro. We're stressed out. We're not exercising, like at all, except for maybe walking to the car walking from the car. We're not eating enough vegetables. We're not outside in the sun. And the list goes on and on and on, but yet we're taking care of all these responsibilities, all these things, but we're doing it without considering what we're doing it in. Now, there was a time, I think the further back you go in history, it's clearly seen that a lot of things we have to consider now, you didn't have to consider back then, because there wasn't junk food. There wasn't like, transportation where, you could get to a place quickly. You probably had to walk places more likely, or at least walk a whole lot more. There wasn't all this entertainment, all this distraction. But a lot of times, y'all, let's be real, a lot of times we just totally neglect our bodies. We don't understand at all the damage that we're doing to our bodies. And, we may even be taking care of other people, but we're not paying any attention to ourselves. And just like a car that is not getting oil changes regularly, we run the risk of catastrophic failures in the form of preventable yet significant diseases, heart disease, cancer, type 2 diabetes, stroke, heart attack, of course, which is kind of like a subset of heart disease. We run the risk of all these things. And it is a fallacy for you and I to think that we're doing well when all we're doing is taking care of responsibilities, and we're not even doing basic maintenance of our bodies. I even venture to say this too. I believe it's also a fallacy for us to believe that just by going to our doctor's appointments that we're doing a good thing with our health. It's not true. It's not true, because if you think about it, you go to a doctor to kind of check your numbers and all this kind of stuff, screenings and all, which that stuff has its value. But like, those aren't the things that actually take care of your body. The things that take care of your body are the things that you kind of more so do to it, the things that you feed your body, whether or not you get to sleep, taking care of the actual needs of the body. You understand what I'm saying? Screenings and blood draws and all that kind of stuff are cool, but those aren't really like those aren't the fundamental needs. Those are just tests to kind of see if you're dealing with something, more or less, or, more or less, I'll say. But anyhow, that to me is like accessory stuff. But like, we're not even doing the basic things. And then we assume that aches and pains and stuff that happens as we get older is just normal wear and tear, when it's not. It ain't normal wear and tear. It's just that we have a culture and habits of just totally neglecting our bodies again. And we may even be taking care of other people in our lives, doing great things in the world, doing great things in society, but we are not taking care of ourselves, y'all. We're not. And so all we're doing is setting ourselves up for catastrophic failures. And so now maybe somebody might listen to what I'm saying and say, well, you're being negative. You shouldn't motivate with fear. I'm not trying to motivate with fear. All I'm doing is just telling the truth. It's just that there's like a certain kind of mindset. There's a certain way we've been thinking about our health and thinking about life in general. The way we live our lives is just inherently unhealthy, especially in a society like ours. And then we have our dependency on healthcare, and then with the various political things, going on that are threatening the healthcare of many people, a lot of times they can tend to be a panic, which, of course, this is not a channel that I'll ever be talking about politics, but, the things that are going on definitely have they need to be addressed. But the point that I'm making is even aside from all those things, that why are we so dependent on healthcare? It's because we've learned or been taught, however you want to see it, we've learned to put like our health way down on the priority totem pole, so to speak. We don't do anything with it. And we just assume that it all just happened because we got older. It doesn't. It doesn't. If we didn't have all this junk food, if we didn't have like such sedentary lifestyles and be exposed to so many pesticides, toxins, lack of sunlight, um, highly stressful environments, distractions keeping us from real human relationships, and the list goes on and on. If we didn't have all this kind of stuff, I guarantee you health statistics would not be the way that they are. I guarantee you that. I even kind of think, I think that it wouldn't really take, it just makes sense. It just makes sense. So what I'm saying is, if you just winging it through life and you're not taking care of yourself, like for real, you're abusing your body. You know that you are. But you're just kind of going on with this kind of thought that I'll eventually do right. Y'all, that kind of mindset is destroying us. It's destroying us. It is destroying us. I'll get to it eventually. And you don't know if that eventually will come. You don't know that. But then you also underestimate how badly you may be abusing your body by the things that you do as a normal part of life. It's really messed up because it's like we're so used to what we're doing that we don't even think anything of it. But what I'm telling you is, think about your life. Ask yourself, do you really love yourself? Do you love, your body? This is what we do life in. This is the plans and things, enjoying life with your family, doing your part to help to make the world better. You do it in this body that you're given. You can't exchange it. And so you gotta understand that, man. You gotta take care of this thing. If this is what we're doing life in, we have to there is no question that you and I should be prioritizing health. It, to me, is easily top 3 as far as like the most important things you should be doing with your life. It's easily, because again, if you don't get regular maintenance on your car, you and I both know good and well that thing is going to break down on you. And if you're not careful, you end up having to get a whole nother car because you didn't get simple regular maintenance. So please, y'all, please, let's really understand what's at stake here. You got to love yourself. I'm talking about loving yourself by giving your body its basic fundamental needs. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Hopefully what I've talked about here is clear and unambiguous. But that's how you know you really love yourself. And if you will truly love yourself in that way, that you'll kind of take care of yourself, that enables you to take care of others fully. It enables you to complete and fully engage yourself in the work that, that God has set before you on this earth. We all got different things I think we're here to do. But it enables you to really fully do that. Because if you're not healthy, as much as you think that you're really fully following stuff out or completing the things you're supposed to complete, you're not. You're not. You can't, because you're not really fully healthy. And perhaps you've forgotten what it feels like to actually feel fully healthy and fully alive, to really do everything fully and thoroughly. Hopefully you see I'm passionate about this stuff. Y'all have a good one. As we get older, it becomes increasingly important to maintain and build muscle. Muscle helps you burn fat, stay mobile, and can contribute to longevity. However, many people have no idea how to work out to build muscle. My mini workout series on Patreon provides you with my body weight mini workout video library. These workouts use little to no equipment, which means that you can do them in the privacy of your own home. They start at beginner level and progress from there to ensure you continue to see results. Every workout is a full body workout, hitting chest, back, legs, and glutes, as well as other muscles in between. Become a patron today and receive access to my series of mini workouts, plus access to a digital copy of my book, 8 Weeks to Transform Your Diet and Your Health. By combining the workouts with healthy diet changes, as outlined in my book, you'll definitely be on your way to weight loss, improved health, and visible results. Join me at patreon.com/SeanB2B Fitness today.